All right, we are going to begin. Let's get comfy in our seats. You want to sit up nice and straight. And just to start off class, we want to relax the body a little bit, relax the mind and the breath. And we want to start to do this in a way where we're intentional. Anything else that might be on your mind, try to let it go. Start to notice what it feels like moment by moment as you let go of each breath in a way that supports you. So try to get the most out of each breath. If you like to close the eyes, you can close the eyes. If you like to, you can take some hands and place them on the belly. And just start to notice how the belly connects to the fingertips. And your hands rise and fall with the rhythm of the breath. And for the next 10 seconds, just try to follow the belly rising and falling, and just connect to the sensation of your hands as it feels this rise and fall. And throughout this process, your mind might wander. Gently bring it back, reconnecting to the breath, and then picking back up on watching the belly move up and down. And if it's really something that you're having difficulty doing with your eyes closed, actually look down at your belly and just watch it rise and fall. And just try to focus in on that. The goal is to just bring all your awareness and attention to one place to start. And while you're doing this, just see if you can set an intention to be okay. However you feel right now, whatever's going on in your life or your body, with your relationships, just give yourself a moment to just be okay as you do this. We can bring our head back up. Give your arms permission to relax as you let your hands kind of fall down by the sides. We're going to start bringing attention to the feet. So I want you to lift up on the heels and then gently place them back onto the ground. Keep the toes on the ground. Lift off those heels as much as you can. And then gently place those feet back down on the ground. Then roll back and forward a few times. Keep rolling those feet too back and forward. Hold on to your chair. Take your right foot, lift it up, bring it out in front of you, and just see if you can lift up that leg a little bit. Keep the knee soft, right? I always say to bend the knee a little bit, and then gently bring it back down. I know that might be difficult to start, but that's okay. You just want to get a sense of how you feel. Come do it on the left side too. Start to squeeze those thighs, squeeze the belly. Notice what it takes, because when we do movement, we can bring the foot back down. Any movement we do is going to require muscles, and we want to use the right muscles in our yoga practice. So think of squeezing glutes, strengthening from the belly, lifting up through the pelvic bowl so you have a nice long body, and the muscles in the belly can get stronger as you do this too. Okay, good job. We're going to start out by taking our hands, holding on, and take both our legs and just bring them over towards the right side. Stretch out the left side as much as you can. Make sure you keep yourself on the chair. Then go to the other side. Just windshield wiper those knees over towards the left side. You're going to feel this nice long stretch here, and just notice if you feel like anything needs to crack on your back. Come back and forth and do that a few times just to loosen up the lower back body. I don't know if you've been sitting all day, but if you haven't been moving a lot, this is a good way to just make sure that we're warming up the lower back and the legs. Let me just close my email thing because it's going to make another sound. We don't want that. All right. Here we go. We're going to come back to center. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. Let's take our chin and bring it down to our chest. We're going to warm up the shoulder part of our body as well. So chin to the chest and just hold it there. Squeeze the belly so that you have that nice alignment that I was talking about. Only the chin to the chest. So that's the only part of the body that curves down is right where the neck is. And just begin to breathe as we use our breath to start really getting into the yoga part of this practice. If your mind wanders, gently come back to the breath. Notice what it feels like to breathe in through the nostrils and then out through the nostrils or the mouth. Just try to breathe in through the nose. We're going to gently tilt our head over towards the right side and just let our right ear hover over the right shoulder. Yes, good. If it's a little bit too tense for you on your left side, you can bring your left hand to your thigh. If you feel like you want to go in for a deeper stretch, you can start to just rotate the hand in like a windshield wiper motion. Okay? That's really all your preference and choice. We're just going to stay here for another 5 breath cycles. And as we do that, I want you to use your breath to massage the neck part of your body. Close your eyes and see if that allows you to relax a little bit more, letting go of the tension here. Gently chin back to the chest, down in the center, and just stay here for a moment. Reposition the body. Fill up with as much air as you can. And then bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Again, find placement for your hand. And there's nothing to do here. Use your intention to feel the breath massage the right side of the neck body. Relax the shoulders even more. And just when you think that you're as relaxed as you can be, I challenge you to go a step further. See if you can let go just a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Come back to center, chin to the chest. Just stay here for a moment. Use the breath in an intentional way. We're going to take the gaze up towards the ceiling, just gently lifting up our head, lifting up our chin, looking up. Breathe in and out and just stay there for a moment. And then drop the chin back to the chest. Now we're going to roll our right ear to the right shoulder, back down the center, left ear to the left shoulder. Now, if you want to go in for a full 360-degree roll, where you've placed your chin up right before we started doing our rolls, that's as far as I want you to go. I don't want you to drop your head all the way back. Just start with doing that roll where you are most naturally able to bring your head level. If you don't feel up to that, maybe you're a little tense, just roll to the left and to the right. Okay? And do this for another 10 breath cycles, taking your time, matching the breath with the movement. That's the trick. So if your head's just spinning, slow down a little bit and just roll. Sort of like you're just waking up out of bed. Take your time. All right. Another 2 more breath cycles. Go left and right. Awesome. Okay, good job. Good job. Let's bring our arms overhead, lift them up high. And look up, gaze up. Mountain pose, seated mountain pose. Now see if you can take that gaze up just a little bit, but to a natural place. You don't have to overextend. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Get into the habit of rolling them away. Good, good, good. Give yourself permission to relax the shoulders. Squeeze the bicep and the tricep. Imagine that you got a box in your hands, or anything that is connecting, and just imagine that it's there and you're holding it up with both your hands. Right? You don't need your shoulders. You're squeezing your elbows, you're squeezing your wrist all the way up to the fingertips. You're squeezing your bicep and tricep. You don't need your shoulders to keep your arms up like that. All right? That's why we roll the shoulders away. Now the hands are getting a little tired, I know, so gently bring them down, but bring them down slowly. Yeah, allow the blood to come down, flow through the fingertips all the way to the very, very end of those tips, and just shake out the arms. Feel the fingertips, feel the blood flow through the fingertips. Yeah, there you go. All right. And let's just shake it out from the top now. Ooh. All right, we did the windshield wiper on the bottom, so let's shake it out from the top. Giving our body a little bit of a twist. Great. All right, arms rise up, lift up, reach up overhead, roll those shoulders back away from the ears, gaze up, and then bring the hands to shoulders length, extending the arms out, fingertips extended to the widest part. So it's like you're touching the walls on both sides. And now start to roll the shoulders up and then back. Inhale and exhale. Try to do 4 going forward and then 4 going back. Using the breath. There we go. You're going to feel that strength in the arms. When you feel that, it's just resistance. That's going to help you get stronger. You just shouldn't feel any sharp pains. And then bring the hands by the side and then just roll them out. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. All right, take the right hand, wiggle the right fingertips, bring the right hand down that back body. So I don't know if you can see, down the back body, take the left and bring it on top. Okay. You can reach for your clothes with the right hand. You can do any of that. That's fine. Sit up nice and tall in the seat. And just because of all that hard work you're doing on your arms, you just want to get that extra stretch. Beautiful. Arms extend up, bring the hands down by the side, but this time interlace the fingers behind you, roll those shoulders back away from the ears, sit up tall in the seat. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, breathe in and out, and then release the arms. Yes. Oh, sorry, 1 second, please. Forgive me. All right, we're gonna come back to center. All right, let's do the other side of our arms. Rise up, arms lift up overhead, roll the shoulders away from the ears, wiggle the left fingertips, bring the left hand down that back body, and this time you're going to take the right hand and pull that elbow over towards the head. And you're going to go as far as you can and just walk your left fingertips down your back body. And breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. There we go. Notice the way it starts to feel. Can you relax the shoulders a little bit more? Can you pull on that elbow just a little bit more to stretch out that muscle right here? Gently arms rise up. Bring the hands down behind you. Interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and pull back. Yep, just like we did on the other side. So you're pulling back. You can take the gaze up or you can look where you're at. Doesn't matter. And then undo the arms. All right. Shake them out. Let's roll our shoulders up and back. Take one at a time. Inhale and then exhale. Yeah, you go. And then reverse. And as you do this, have confidence. Know that you are the greatest. Every single move that you're making is the greatest thing you can do for your body. Try to feel really good about this because you're doing something for your body. So when you make these moves, really put your full effort and your full self into it, right? Breathe in and out. And I say all that to say too, we're about to go through our first flow of class. So see if you can bring that into your flow. All right. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. The best part of you. Look up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Belly presses down towards the thighs. The head comes down, the neck, chin comes to the chest. You can shake it out, let it go. And just breathe here for a few moments. Try to be compassionate here when you're breathing in and out. Give this as a moment of rest for your body. Your body needs those moments of rest and pause. Maybe relax the hands even more. Let them go completely. You want to shake the head yes and no, you can do that too. We're going to press our feet into the ground to prepare to rise up to a half lift. So press your feet into the ground, squeeze your thighs, squeeze the belly, lift up, rise up halfway. You're in a runner's type of lunge. The hands come behind you, roll those shoulders back away from the ears, gaze up and pause for a few moments and just hold. We're going to come back down. Belly touches the thighs. Drop the hands, drop the head, forward fold. Inhale, squeeze up, lift up, rise up, mountain pose. All the way up over head. Hands are up, eyes are up, gaze is up. And then we can bring our hands to heart center. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. And we can keep our legs where they are, but I'm going to offer you the opportunity in this twist to either close them or move them into a position that works for you. So it's up to you. I'm going to start with them like a little bit closer together. All right. We're going to take our left elbow, wiggle our left elbow, and we're going to just twist. So that elbow is in the middle of our body, in the middle of our legs, is facing the front, probably where the computer is or the wall in front of you. You're looking over towards the right side. All right. Drop your hands to the outside of your right leg. You can take your right hand and you can bring it behind you, or you can just let it hang. Okay? Your choice. Try to look back as much as you can so that you're looking over your right shoulder. And we're just going to stay here for about 10 breath cycles. So we're not rushing through this. We're going to really go into our yoga by breathing in and out, allowing for the breath to loosen the body. And the way we know that the breath is loosening the body is this nice little tilted twist. When you inhale, it kind of forces the body forward. And on the exhale, you can kind of breathe through that resistance, exhaling through that resistance, and go back just a little bit more with your eyes. And this is a process that will happen over and over and over again. Let the breath do the work for you. Keep breathing. Just gently bring the hands up, reach them up. You're still looking towards the right. You're going to pivot back, gently coming toward the center. Bring your hands back to heart center. And just pause for a moment. Okay, pause for a moment. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. And tilt your body over towards, oh, sorry. Keep the hands together, come back. Sorry. We're gonna come the way we did last time. We're gonna tilt our bodies towards the left All right, there we go. And then we're going to bring our hands to the outside of the left part of the body. Take your left hand behind you, find a comfortable home for it. And you can go as far as you like with your twists, but try to get to that point where you're looking over the shoulder. Again, 10 breath cycles, feeling this pull and push of the breath, helping you twist further, moment by moment, breath by breath. Gently, we're gonna come up and bring the hands together, heart center, and tilt back. All right, beautiful. Roll those shoulders away from the ears, sit up nice and tall, and let's go through a flow. Arms rise, reach up, overhead, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. And then exhale, hands are going to come down the heart center. All right, we're going to open up our legs. And we're going to lean forward and place our elbows on the inside of our knees. And we're going to try to press our legs, or inside of our thighs, I should say, right above our knees. And we're going to try to press those thighs into the elbows, pressing the elbows back into the thighs, and just hold this for 5 breath cycles. Focus on the breath. Each time you inhale, you can even feel the way the air comes into the nose. And on the exhale, your fingertips might even feel the cool or the warm air leaving the body. And just focus on that and try to keep those muscles engaged. 2 more breaths. Come up, bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. We're going to lean forward and then pull back. And try to put your full body into it. Go as far as you like to go. Stretch as much as you like to stretch. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the core. Chin to the chest. Let the chin be almost like a rag doll. So as the body goes up, it comes up. And as the body goes down, it just goes down. It doesn't try to fight gravity or resist the movement in any way. This will be the last one. And we're going to keep our hands where they are. We're just going to come a little bit forward with our body, like we're getting ready to go down, but we're not going down just yet. Okay, you're going to take your left shoulder and wiggle it around and bring that left shoulder down in between the legs. Now, we've been doing this one for a couple of weeks now. I think you got it. That left shoulder comes down, the right elbow and the right arm connect, and you're like resting on the right side of the body. But you're pushing away with the left hand. You're pushing that left hand into the left thigh, and that elbow, that shoulder is down the middle part of in between your legs. Like if it would keep going, it'd go to the floor. Come back up. We're going to do this on the other side. Take that right arm, bring it down. And you're pressing the right leg away this time. Left hand and arm are here to support you. You're leaning on the left thigh, but you're pressing away with that right arm. Come back up. There we go. Let's go back to our movement again. You can adjust your legs as you need to. Maybe toe heel them together or apart a little bit more. Notice how that maybe changes the way that lower back body is able to do this. Now that you stretched out that star part of your body, that sacrum area. All right, that's like a really important area, especially if you're sitting a lot. We want to be able to move that around. So let's even go ahead and add some rolls. Breathing in and out. Try to use the core to help you move too. So not the chest, but use that belly. We want to be able to really intensify that stretch in that sacrum. That sacrum is that lower part of your back right here where the tailbone is, just in case I'm spewing jargon out. Sometimes I forget which part of the spine is where too. So okay, there we go. All right, come back to center, right? Let's roll that head around a few times. And since we're got our hands on our thighs, keep them there, but toe heel the feet back to hips width apart. If you don't know what hips width apart is, you can take your two fists, press them together, hug the inner arches of your knees, right, around those fists. All right, we're gonna do some seated cat-cows. And so keeping up with that, we're gonna lean forward. And then we're gonna pull back this time. Chin comes into the chest, belly caves inwards. I'm gonna move my chair just so you can see it. You can see me from the side. So the belly tilts inwards. My back starts to go towards the chair. My chest comes forward like it's hunching over towards my thighs, chin to the chest. Then when we reverse, we press our belly forward, chest goes up, heart rises towards the sky, the back bends slightly, and the chin comes up towards the ceiling. All right, so when we pull back like this and we reverse with our back out, that is our scared cat. And then when we do this and we press back forward, lifting out through our heart, that is our cow pose. And we have our cat and our cow. Do this a total of 5 more times. Now, for some people, this might be a lot, right? I just want you to know if you are at a space where you're only going slightly, that is completely valid. Okay, you don't have to overextend. If you are somebody who's a little bit more flexible, it's going to be a little bit different. You might have a really, really big arch, some really big curves, and that's okay too. I just want you to honor your body and know that you're okay wherever you are. You are enough. 2 more. And that's 1. All right. Good job. Good job. Let's go through a flow. Let's go through a flow after that. That was really good. All right. Feet back to hips width apart if they're not there already. Arms rise, look up, reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms lift. Reach up, keep them there this time. Roll them away from the ears. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the ceiling. Just stay here for a second. And we're going to come into half moon. We're going to lean to the right, pivot up, look up to the left. But your hands are connected and they're leaning over towards the right. You're lifting away from your rib cage on the left side. You're stretching, you're breathing. You're coming from the seat out of the ground. So you're lifting up through the seat and come back to center. And then let's go to the left side, leaning over towards the left, pulling back on that arm, gaze is up. Right side, we're looking up towards the ceiling. Come back to center. And then arms come down gently and slowly. 3, 2, 1. Relax and breathe. All right, let's go through 3 flows. You know how we normally do this. So the first one I'll walk you through. The second one will be just breath. You'll go through it yourself. And the last one will be all on your own. I'll just demo. All right, first one together. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Full body activated. Remember what I said about being fully present and aware of your movement. Bring your confidence, bring the best that you can offer yourself right now to this flow. Okay? So arms rise, lift up, reach up overhead, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up, overhead. Beautiful. Hands come down through heart center. Exhale and breathe. Next one, I'm going to bring you through breath, but you continue to do the movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Steady rhythm of breath. Last one, make it your own. I'm going to demo, but not say anything. Believe in yourself. You can do it. I believe in you. Beautiful. And just because I think you guys got that, let's do the last one together. Let's do another one together. And another one. One more. Beautiful. You can stay here for a moment, and before we move forward, set an intention for the rest of this class. See what parts of your heart need more attention, and which parts of your heart you're comfortable sharing in this moment, in the space around you. Okay, thank you. Let's come to standing. We're gonna come to standing early so that we can do a few more stretches and hold them a little bit longer standing. And then we'll do a few more poses before closing class that will deal with our legs. So we'll finish stretching out our legs, and that'll be our focus. Standing to sitting, focusing on the legs. So when you get up, get comfortable. You can come on the side of your chair or you can come behind it, your choice. Okay, I think we're all up. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, I want us to open up our legs to start today. If your chair is in front of you, it's going to be like this, but I'm going to keep it to the side because you're not going to be able to really see me if I don't do it like this, okay? And I want you to, you can keep your hands on the chair, but I want you to bend down. Make sure then your knees are not running over your toes, okay? So when you bend down, you're just gonna come to where you are and just come to that place where your knees are still behind the toes, but you kind of know that you're bending, and squeeze the glutes. The glutes is where your sits bone is. Squeeze that area, squeeze the thighs, and bring up your hand to come into cactus pose. If you are holding on to the chair, you can keep both hands on the chair. Just bring the elbows out to the side. All right. If you want to know what it looks like without doing, just to get a better sense, and without using the chair, this is what it looks like. With using the chair, it's something like this. All right. And with holding on to with two hands, it looks like this. I don't know if you can see my knees. Okay. But you start out with making sure that your knees are not running over. And then you can start to press down a little bit more and a little bit more, pressing your feet opposite of one another. So the left to the left, the right to the right. Okay, breathe in and out. Tuck the tailbone in, sit a little bit lower, and then come up. Awesome. Stretch up. And now we're going to come back again. If you're holding onto the chair, hold onto the chair. Bend down, tuck the tailbone in. And when I say tuck it in, I'm just going to come a little bit closer just so you can see. I'm just bringing it inwards a little bit, okay? The reason for that is that if we're hunching over like this, we're not going to get the best of it, all right? So we're tucking it in, we're flattening the belly, right? And we're kind of actually bringing it down. So if you take your other hand and you place it in the back, you'll see that. All right, so that is what tucking in is, and that is very important. Come back up, stretch up. If you're holding on to the chair, you can still stretch up. Take one hand, bring it up. All right, let's do the last one. But now that you know how to tuck in, I want you to bring that tuck in all the way. Yeah, there you go. Squeeze the belly, squeeze that pelvic bowl area. Sit as low as you want in your thighs, and you can come into your cactus. And breathe through it. Imagine that you're breathing from the tips of your fingers all the way into the tension in your legs, all the way down into your feet, and then letting go. Beautiful. For those who need to see the modification, and if you're holding on to both parts of your chair, it looks like this, okay? Come back up. Good. And then shake it out on both sides. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. All right, I want you to lean back and forth and just feel what the bottoms of your soles of your feet feel like. All right, notice if you have any parts of your body that feel unbalanced. When you lean to the left and to the right, just be gentle. You're not throwing yourself to the left or right. All right, and you're gonna take your weight, and all your weight's gonna shift over towards the right side, and then you're gonna lift up on the left leg and the left arm. And gently bring your foot in front of you, but don't touch the ground. Bring your arm down to guide it and allow the flow to match. And do this 3 times. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhaling on the drop down, but squeezing from the belly, that area that we just worked, squeezing through the glutes. You can still feel that active from the last cactus pose, and then coming back for that last one. And then just place your foot there on the ground. Toe is pointing. You're just stretching, and then come back to center. All right. Now, if you need to come onto the other side of your chair to do this, you can, or you can, if you're behind it, you know what you'll be doing will be similar to what we're doing. I'm just going to come to the other side of my chair. My left hand is now on my chair. All right. I'm going to take my hand and my foot, lift it out on the right side. The left side gets all the weight. Exhale, lower down. I look down, my foot is in front of me. Inhale, breathe in, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs. Exhale, lower down, using the muscles completely in the body. Inhale and exhale. This is that last one. And then just place your foot in front of you. And you're just stretching from the hip down. Toe is down on the ground. The heel is still up. And then we come back to center and then just shake it out. Yeah, there we go. You can come stand up really tall. You're going to come either behind your chair or you can stay on the side. I'm going to move to come behind the chair. You can stretch up or you can use both hands to stretch up for mountain pose, softening the knees. Gaze is up. Hands come back down in front of us. I'm going to start with our first downward facing dog to walk it out. You can use the top or the bottom of the chair. All right, I'm going to start with the top. I'm just going to walk myself back. All right, but I want to be to a place where my head can still come to the top of the chair. Okay, because I'm going to rest my head there and breathe in and out. Knees are soft until I don't feel like having them soft no more. You can stay just like this, or you can bring your hands down to the second rung of the chair. And that's what it would look like that. Your head would kind of hang and dangle at that moment. And this is our downward dog. This is our modified downward dog. And if you're up like this, it looks like this. You're up on the first rung of the chair, it looks like this. Looks like you're just taking a rest. All right, we're gonna come up to standing position, come behind our chair. Again, mountain pose. If you're using two hands, it looks like this. Hands come back down to the chair behind you. All right, keep the right foot forward. So the right foot is gonna stay up right behind the chair. Left foot is gonna come behind you. It's gonna come to a 45-degree angle, okay? You're gonna bend the knee, hold on to the chair, bend the knee. Knee is stacked on top of ankle. So my knee's not running in front of it. It's not behind it because we're not in triangle. Right now we're in a lunge position. All right. We're going to come into our first warrior. So this is why we want to start out with our lunge. But before we go any further, I want to fix our body. So you're going to take your left hip, which is this one right here, and kind of push it so that it's in line and square with your chair. Okay. If you need to come in a little bit more to do that, that's fine. Or if you need to move out, that's fine. I want you to find that space now before we go through our sequence. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glutes. So squeeze with the glutes like you're holding something there, or like you have to like hold the left and the right glute together. That way you know you're using the right muscles. Imagine that your muscles are wrapping around the thigh. Try to go a little bit deeper into the pose. You can stay just like this for your warrior one, but I'll show you the modifications. You can lift up both hands for warrior one, or you can lift up one hand, which is your left hand for warrior one. Sit a little bit lower, get yourself a little bit more prepped. Breathe in and out. Then we're going to open up into warrior two. We're going to stay here for a second. Nice, strong warrior again. Peeling open from that pelvis, allowing that chest to come forward, still sitting low in that leg. The knee is still in line with the foot. Warrior two. If you want to have both hands apart, this is what it looks like, and you're looking over the right fingertips. Otherwise, your hand is still on the chair. You're looking over your shoulder to the right side. We're going to lean forward, bringing our shoulder down towards our right leg, and then we're going to reverse back, coming into a reverse warrior. Look up and gaze up, nice and peaceful. We're holding these warriors a little bit longer than usual, right? Because I want to make sure that we're really getting into them. We don't have to rush to get to the next thing. Arms come back out into warrior two. Nice, strong warrior. Pivot the body around, come forward, warrior one, hands come to the chair, come back into your downward dog. Find your downward dog. You want to walk it out, you can, wiggling your tail, or just stay where you are. Your choice of where you like to go with it. Slowly, we're going to come back up, and then we're going to do the other side. Start out with mountain pose. Stretching out of our body. If you want, you can even lift up off the heels. And bring the hands down. All right, this time you're going to see the back of my body in case you wonder what that looked like when we do the warrior. So left foot comes forward, right foot comes behind, right? Sit in to that seat low. This time our right hip is going to come forward. It's like we're bringing the right hand behind us. If you graze that hip, it comes behind us and it just presses us and makes us go square with the chair. Okay. The left hip comes back and we can sit lower into our thigh area. Now you have a range, you find your range, but try to just make sure that you're activating those muscles in the thighs and the glutes and try to squeeze those muscles now. Tuck in that belly just like we did when we were in cactus pose. Tuck in that belly, sit a little bit lower if you can, and then look at your knee. Make sure that your knee is not running over your toes. You're stacked right on top of your ankles. And your knee's not to the left or the right. You want it to be straight, completely in line with that chair. All right, good. All right, warrior one. We're going to take our right hand, lift it up. If you're doing it without the chair, it's both hands. Warrior one. And just stay in it. We're going to breathe through it. Continue to sit and adjust until you get to that space where you feel the most ability to breathe through any tension and you find that you're getting strength. You're bringing out the best of yourself. You're challenging yourself to go a little bit further without hurting yourself. Slowly, we're going to open up into warrior two. Right hand comes all the way behind us. We can sit a little bit lower in our lunge if it's in our practice to do so. You can keep your left hand on the chair, or you can bring your hands out, continuing to look to the left side. We're going to lean ourselves forward and then come back into reverse. Remember, reverse two with our arms, our hands. We can have it up like this or down, your choice. We're going to stay here for a few moments. Keep those muscles engaged. You got it. All right, come back into warrior two and then pivot back into warrior one, like we're cartwheeling ourselves here, and come back into your downward facing dog. Then you choose where you want to go for your dog. And it can be different every time. Slowly, we can start to bring our bodies back up, bringing our belly, slowly our chest, and then our head coming back up. Stretch out one more time in mountain pose. And we're going to come back to our seat to finish our poses in our seat area. So take your time as you come around. Beautiful, beautiful. Take your time. No need to rush. No need to rush at all. We have a few more poses to do on the lower part of our body. All right. Let's go through a flow to just regroup ourselves back into the chair. So arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. You got it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, squeezing that belly. Half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come down and wrap those fingertips around the right knee. Beautiful. Stay here for a second and just breathe. If your toe, if you want to keep your toe on the mat, you can. Just lift up your heel. That's a modified version of this. Squeeze the belly and the glutes and lift that knee up towards the inside of your right arm. If you can, bring the foot on top of the left leg. However that looks is fine. If you can't do this, I'm going to give you a modified version. You can extend your right foot out in front of you. I'll show you that in a second. Just wait for me, but I'm going to go through the seated half pigeon first. Breathe in and out. Now you can stay here like this. You can move back and forth a little bit to just loosen up the hip, loosen up the legs. Or you can start to bring the upper body down to meet the lower body, resting your arms on your foreleg, that area right here in between the calf and the shin. Or you can come full throttle into your seated half pigeon, dropping your hands in front of you, chin to the chest. Also, if your knee, I know a lot of people are not very flexible, and that could be doing this class. Your knee can be up like this. You can just bring yourself close to it. Okay. Now, if you're in the modified pose, or you want the modified, your right leg comes out in front of you, the left foot comes on top, and then you lean forward. And this is the modified version, extended leg, forward fold instead of seated half pigeon. Okay? And just so you have a modified version of this. 3 more breath cycles. 2 more. Last one, come up, belly, chest, and head. We're going to bring that knee up towards the inner arm. Rotate. And then place the foot back down on the ground. Beautiful. All right, breathe in and out. Arms rise. Reach up, lift up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bring the hands around the left leg. And just hold the hands there. And we're going to bring, squeezing our glutes, squeezing the thighs. We're going to bring that knee up to the inside of the inside of the left arm, and then rest the leg on top of our right thigh. So the leg part is this lower part right above the ankle. If you can't do that all the way, that's fine. Just ease into whatever you can do. I'll give you the modified pose shortly. But for now, let's get through this. Start to lean forward and back. Okay, you can stay just like this, or you can come down to your comfort zone. All right, move and adjust the body as you need to. Same thing that we did on the other side, you could do here. For those that are in the modified pose, your left leg is going to be extended out in front of you. Your right foot is going to come on top, and you'll just lean forward. You're going to get a nice hamstring stretch. So if you're in the modified half pigeon, you're getting a hip stretch and a hamstring stretch. And if you're in the extended leg forward fold, you're getting a hamstring stretch. So you could do either or. Three more breaths. Slowly start to rise up, belly, chest, and then head. Bring that knee back. Gently place the full foot on the ground. Unwind if you're in extended leg forward fold. Bring your feet back to hips width apart. We're going to do our last flow of the class and come into Savasana. Arms rise. Reach up. Put your full into it. Put your full confidence into it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. You got this. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come down. And find a home for them. You can rest them on your thighs, sky flip the palms, let them hang down by the side. Whatever you like. Come into Savasana. Relax the feet, the legs, the knees, the thighs. You can even let the thighs kind of fall apart from one another. Relax the belly, the chest, the arms, the hands, the neck, the face, the head. And just notice how your body feels as you scan these last few moments from the head to the toes, noticing anything that has changed for you. Know that there might be things that still need to change, but it's okay. And see if you can be in the Savasana in a way that you're okay with things just as they are. And just allow yourself to rest in this awareness for the rest of class. There's nothing for you to do, nothing to judge. Just be here as you are. If you like to stay in Savasana, you can do so as long as you like by leaving the session now. Otherwise, we will close class together in the most gentlest way possible. Bring in a few breaths with the intention to slowly awaken the body from the feet to the crown of the head. Allow the air to regenerate the body and the mind as you prepare to go on for the rest of your day. You can wiggle the fingertips, gently open the eyes. And with a sense of gratitude, breathe in and bring our hands together to heart center. I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, and namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Rochelle.
Thank you.